If you feel that you've been misquoted after a media interview, then you're not alone. Even experienced speakers can get into hot water when faced with a journalist. So give me 5 minutes and I'm going to walk you through what went wrong, what you can do about it, and how to get the kind of coverage you want every single time. I'm Laura Shields, and for the last 15 years, I have been helping CEOs, prime ministers, and other senior spokespeople land the quotes they want and sound like a human being. And it all starts with being interesting and in control. The two go hand in hand. Now, if you like what I'm talking about, type quote in the comments below, and I will send you the cheat sheet that I use to help spokespeople sound confident, interesting, and in control whenever they talk to journalists. So no nasty surprises. So first things first, ask yourself if you were honestly misquoted when you felt that you were. If you've got the transcript of the interview, go back through it and take a scan of it, because it's really important to understand what happened. 9 times out of 10, when people come to me and say they've been misquoted, they haven't. Two things could have happened. The first is that the journalist may have put words in their mouth. So if you find yourself on the receiving end of language that is emotive or problematic or leading, there's a very good chance that you will pick up on that or agree with it or deny it. And then that will end up as the quote, and you will hijack your own interview. And you won't even realize you've done it if you're not looking out for it. So that's the first thing that can go wrong. Secondly, and this is what happens to more people, especially if they haven't prepared, is that the journalist edits them down. So if a spokesperson hasn't put some effort into making good quotes, the journalist will do it for them. And there's a very good chance that the journalist's version or the rewrite of what you have said is possibly sexier, less nuanced, a bit more provocative than perhaps what you meant. So in order to manage both of these things, you need to be interesting and you need to be in control. So before you do anything in terms of writing down notes, you have to set your intention for each interview. So before you even prep, don't just be thinking about what the journalist might ask you. Sit there and go, what is the one thing that I want the audience and the journalist to take from this? If I could get one quote or one big idea, what do I want that to be? If you don't fix that intention or that definition of success for yourself before you go in, you will just let the journalist lead you all over the place and you won't leave a strong single impression behind with them. So set your intention, ask yourself what matters and what the quote is that you want to get. Secondly, you need to respect the laws of quote physics. Most media articles are very short. Obviously, there are exceptions. And the space for quotes is at a premium. Unless you have a very high profile job, most spokespeople get one, maybe two quotes maximum into an article. This means the journalist is going to take a fraction of what you tell them, and it will be out of context. So quotes that don't respect the model of one or two sentences that are short, crisp, and clear get cut down, or they don't get used at all, and the journalist focuses on something else. So make sure that when you are planning and preparing your quotes, that you keep them short, you keep them tight, and that they respect the basic physics of the quotes that kind of outlet runs. And then finally, be on the lookout for mischievous questions. So if you hear anything that's provocative or that has leading framing, take a moment before you answer, engage with it, but don't let the journalist put words in your mouth, because that is a surefire way to lose control of the interview. And the journalist is only really likely to do it if you're boring in the first place. So being in control in an interview and getting the results you want starts with having great quotes. So those are the three things that you need to watch out for. Firstly, set your intention before you go into an interview, because you won't control it if you don't know what you want. Secondly, make sure that your quotes work for the format of the article. Respect the laws of quote physics. And finally, be on the lookout for mischievous or provocative questions that you might pick up on by mistake, repeat, reinforce the language, and hijack your own interview. So being quotable starts with being in control. And if you want to get hold of the cheat sheet that I use to help all my top spokespeople prepare, drop me a line underneath with the words quote, and I'll send it over to you. Thanks very much for watching.